guests are here today.
Hi.
And today is the international release of the new Maiden album. Well, I better not do that so you guys can take a look. Cool. Now, this is called Fear of the Dark.
Yep.
And I've heard that, well, Bruce said when No Prayer for the Dying came out that he felt it was the heaviest since Number of the Beast. How do you feel about this one?
Yeah, this album actually, the songs, there's some real heavy stuff on there, but there's a lot of mood, and I tried to create a lot of different feels, you know, and there's a lot of melody over the top of it, you know, yet it still retains the raw Iron Maiden sound.
It's a really mature album, there's some fantastic song ideas on there. I'm very proud of it. The sound of this album is really 90s. The last one we went in and we did it live and it was kind of, it was a bit like back to the roots kind of thing. It was spontaneous and everything, but this one spent a bit of time with the sound and made it a bit more bigger. I'm really pleased with it.
It sounds great.
We think it does too.
Be Quick or Be Dead is a killer, killer tune. And what we're going to be doing here is taking calls from you any minute now, but we're going to play a video first. And the number is 1-800-265-MUCH, which is 6824. And please, please dial very carefully. We're going to come back in a minute. But first, we're going to play a video that you guys wanted to see. Holy Smoke from No Prayer for the Dying.
The most inexpensive video ever.
It cost £3 and £6.
No, it was £7 as well, wasn't it?
£3 and £6.
£3
£3 6p.
What, to develop the film?
Yeah.
Did Steve shoot it? Steve Harris?
Yeah, he did it. He did the whole lot. We decided there's that many really expensive videos about. We'd just do one ourselves, and it was so much fun. And I think the kids liked it. You know, I liked it.
Well, it's like Iron Maiden au naturel, you know.
Yeah,
yeah.
really.
I mean, you know, it's shots of JANICK in the swimming pool, and you know, in the rivers, and it was just a lot of fun. He was playing the guitar, that little plastic one.
Oh
you know?
yeah,
You'll
that was
see
a kid's. That was Steve's kid's guitar.
Yeah.
That's the best guitar I've ever played. That little plastic guitar.
The plastic guitar. That's Steve's little girl in the video. Okay, well, let's check it out. Holy Smoke on the Power 30, and we'll be back with Iron Maiden. Woo! We'll be back with more Iron Maiden. The number to call for your questions is 1-800-265-MUCH. Dial very, very carefully. MUCH is 6824. But first, let's check out some of the new metal releases, which of course includes Fear of the Dark. More with Maiden in a moment. It's the Pepsi Power 30 live with Iron Maiden in the studio, and I think we have our first call, and we have a few fans outside too. JANICK GERS and Dave Murray in the studio. Okay, we've got BIJAN in Vancouver, BC. Hi, BIJAN.
Hi.
How are you?
All right.
You have a question for one of our guests, or both?
Yeah, about the artwork. Yeah, how come you've got a new artist, and will the old artist for your covers, Derek Riggs, be doing any more for you?
Yeah, actually with the new album we wanted to, the songs are a lot different from what we've done before, and the production, the sound is different. So we just felt the artwork should reflect the music and everything. And so we tried, you know, Derek sent in some artwork, we had a lot of other guys sent in some artwork, and we just felt that this new Eddie kind of reflected how the band stands now. Very spooky, like the Fear of the Dark should conjure up the imagery of, like, you know, being frightened, and we feel that that actually represents a band very good, you know.
Okay, thank you very much, BIJAN. It is...
All right, thanks.
Yeah?
Come to Vancouver this time.
Okay, we'll see you there. See you there. Where is he?
Right, bye.
He's on the telephone.
It's on the old dog.
Yes, it is a little spooky. Perhaps that reflects the mood of the album a little bit as well.
Yeah, it does. The imagery of the album works great with that cover. It really does. And the thing is, it's kind of Nosferatu, you know, the old German movie. It's got that eeriness about it, and we like it. So, you know, we use Derek again in the future. It's just a one-off. Yeah. But Eddie's changed now. He's a bit vampirish and a bit gothic.
He's getting he's growing
looks
up.
like me and Dave, you know, the morning after the night before.
Yeah, actually I look like that this morning.
No, I look like that this morning. In fact, I look like that this afternoon.
Too many. Yes.
Okay, we've got Mark on the line. Mark from Edmonton, Alberta. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, in 85, 86, for the World Slavery Tour, you guys had major theatrics. Are you going to go ahead with those again this year?
Yeah, we're going to come back with production. It'll be based on the album. And we've done a couple of tours somewhere in time past. They got mega, you know, theatrics, you know, inflatable castles and everything. So we took it as far as it could go, but we feel like this time it would be good to get a production going, lights and all that stuff.
Yeah, the last album was very back to basics, so this time there's a lot more imagery involved with this one, isn't there? So we're just going to try, you know, there'll be a bigger production this time. But the last album, it was right to go back to basics and put the band back in front. Because before, I think the band had been hidden by the overblown production that they had. And now the band it's so hot, it was really important to get the band back at the front of the stage. But we'd probably take a bigger production out this time. I think that's right.
Yeah,
big
one.
Yeah, and we're going to play on 12, isn't it, Dave?
Well, 12, between 12 and 20.
12 all the time.
We're going to play.
There was a little more par down last time. Okay, thank you, Mark.
Okay,
Cheers,
cool.
man.
See you in
Cheers.
Edmonton.
Yes.
See you there.
Bye.
See, everybody wants you to come to their town.
I know, we actually try and get everywhere on this tour.
You've got to get a world tour happening.
Yeah.
We're starting in June in Iceland. We're going to do a warm-up gig there.
Well,
We're going to warm the Iceland people up, the igloos. And then we're going to come to Canada, hopefully.
All right.
It just depends on the availability of the halls,
That's
really,
right.
as to where we can get in. And then we're going off to America after that.
We're actually
Okay,
coming through tonight.
I've got to ask you more about that, because that was sort of my next question, but I thought that one of the
We've
callers would be
preempted
bringing it up.
We've
bringing it
preempted
up.
the question.
Let's see what
Clairvoyance,
Tony
yeah.
from Fredericton. Thanks a lot. Do I know Canadian geography? No. New Brunswick. Tony, go ahead.
Hi, Yannick.
Hello there.
Hi, I was wondering, did you find much difference from playing on Bruce Dickinson's solo album from No Prayer for the Dying?
Yeah, we try to do a few different... Be quiet! we try to do a few different things on Bruce's album with his voice, you know, and then... yeah, it was probably to the left. It was more rock and roll than the Maiden thing, but we brought that element of rock and roll into No Prayer for the Dying. So to me, it made Bruce sing a different way. So it was, you know, it's really good for that. And on this album, the new album, he's singing even better. I'm really proud of his singing. Some of the vocals that he's got on there are just outrageous.
Yeah.
You know,
I think it sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Before we go on to the next caller, I have to bring this up now, so someone has yet. What is this, the tour? Is it going to happen with Black Sabbath and Testament?
We're not sure yet, I don't think. Do you know?
I think maybe Testament looks like they're going to be on, and I think we're just going to do one show with Black Sabbath.
Do you know where?
No, I'm not sure actually at all. But we hope maybe to take out 2 bands, so it'll be like a 3-band deal this time. And as you were saying, we're actually going to do 2 tours this time. We're going to do like a 4-month tour, take a break, then come back out again. So we're going to be coming through Canada twice.
And when will
with
you
the same
in
tour.
Canada?
About the second week in June, we're going to be in town.
The first time, and what about the second time?
Probably later on, towards the end of the year. We'll be
No,
back.
I think it'll be 93.
Or 93, yeah.
93?
Yeah,
A little bit
on
next
the
year.
second leg of the tour.
That sounds
It's going to
good.
be about a year,
Yeah,
so...
it'll be like Happy New Fear, so we can come back to Happy New Fear tour.
Yeah.
Okay, Eve in St. John, Newfoundland. Go ahead, Eve.
Hi, Adrian.
Fine.
How you doing?
Excellent.
That's good.
Or is it bogus?
Are you guys coming to St. John this year?
We're going to try and get round Canada as best we can, but it's difficult to get the halls booked in the time that we're actually around. But, you know, we're going to do the best we can to get as far around Canada as we can. It depends on hall availability, really.
Yeah.
Okay, gee, that's great. Where's Bruce tonight?
His wife's just had a baby, so
Oh,
he's at home.
congratulations.
Rocking the baby.
He's rocking the baby.
Yeah, he rang me up at 3 in the morning to tell me the other night.
Oh, that's great.
And foolishly I said, we'll go out for a drink when I get back. You know, which is going to be at least 2 weeks of drinking, so...
Oh, no.
But we started a couple of days ago, as soon as we heard.
Yeah, as soon as we heard, me and
wet the
Dave went
baby's head.
straight out, had a few drinks, got the thing going, you
A
know.
boy or a girl?
Little boy.
Boy.
Oh,
And he's going to call it Griffin.
Griffin.
You said it, not me.
That's...
No, it's
Boy.
great. It's
Okay, Yannick, that's it. Yannick's going now. It's just going to be Dave. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm out there.
Okay, Michelle in Creston, BC. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hello.
My question is, since you've been going for over 20 years now, is there anything that you felt you've had to compromise to keep up with the times?
Well,
Dave.
after going for 20 years, so that's
20?
quite a while. I think probably more like 15 or 16,
Yeah, it
something
hasn't
like
been
that.
quite
Nearly
20
close.
yet.
Yeah, we'll probably reach the year 2000. It'll probably be like 20 years, I hope. Yeah, I think the success of the band has been like, you know, touring, albums, tour, that sort of thing. We're still going to be going
Lots of albums.
Yeah, we'll have wheelchairs.
Yeah,
We'll be
New
90.
material all the time.
Yeah.
When we're 90, we're going to have the wheelchairs and we're going to be wheeling about the stage going,
with a little
"Run
Iron
to
Maidens
the
coming along.
hills."
That's it, yeah. We'd have like
The new generation.
pyros coming out the back and, you know.
The thing is, we just got a real enthusiasm for playing live, and basically that's it. We really love playing live.
And that hasn't changed.
Yeah, for me, I'm only new in the band. I've been there 2 years now, but when we do gigs, everyone is so excited. That's what we do it for.
Okay, let's throw to a couple of the videos that you wanted to see, and Guns N' Roses. Oh, Led Zeppelin, I think we only have time for, so let's check it out. Led Zeppelin on Power 30, and we'll be back.
Yay!
Back with Iron Maiden on the Power 30. We're going straight to a phone call here from Kelly and Christine in Calgary, Alberta. Go ahead.
Hi, we were wondering, out of every place you've ever played, what's been your favorite and why?
Oh, that's a
So
tough
many
one.
places.
Yeah.
Everywhere's good for different reasons. You try and it's just good to play.
Yeah.
You can't pick a. I think Donington '98. I was at the gig and I watched Dave and the Boys, and I think that was the pinnacle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that
of the band.
special.
Where was that?
In
Donington.
Oh.
But I think each show you do, it's special to the fan that comes to the show. And for you kind of just put the best performance you can that night. So each show has a little bit of magic in itself. And so to have one particular, maybe Donington, that could be it.
That was happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Sorry
Thank you,
about that.
Kelly and Christine.
Cheers, Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now.
I think they're sisters.
Bye now.
Well,
Stay there.
we're coming to the end of the show, unfortunately. It goes by fast, doesn't it? And we're going to play your new video, but let's talk a little bit about it. Yannick, you co-wrote it with Bruce Dickinson?
Yeah, it's quite a topical thing. It's about corruption and big business, and it's something that the band, it's been around. We see it happen in the BCCI thing. Robert Maxwell, the problems that came out of his death, and it just generally goes on. There's a lot of corruption in big business, and that's what the song's about.
So it's be quick or be dead. Like you better get them before they get you.
There's a lot of insider dealing and stuff that goes on. We all know about. It's all there. You can't. But it's always the little people who tend to get caught for those things, and the big people who make millions and billions get away with it.
Do you ever feel part of a machine? Having put so many albums out, being so successful.
No, we're just five. I mean, I feel we're just five lads who play music, and people like it. And all right, we are part of the musical machine in a way, but you've got to keep your direction and do what you do and do what you believe in.
Yeah, I don't think it's like you're playing the music and you kind of just have to carry on. I feel as enthusiastic about it now as I did 10 years ago. Even more so now, I think, with this new album.
Really?
Yeah, it's
So
still that childlike attitude about everything. Looking at the world through kids' eyes.
He's a child.
We're all kids at heart, And,
well, I mean, you've been with the band 2 years now.
Yeah.
So to you, does it still feel really fresh? But then to you, it does too.
Yeah, it does feel fresh. Because the thing is, we really enjoy going out and playing. That's what we do it for, just to get out and play gigs. And we travel to all these different countries. I mean, Dave were in Korea a couple of weeks ago.
Wild.
And it's fantastic to get the culture of a place like that and take it in and then regurgitate it with some different songs next time. And I think the songs in this album are a reflection of the things that we've experienced in the last 2 years.
Yeah, I was reading through the lyrics, and there aren't, a lot of like mythical beasts and old English literature, things like that. It seems to be about the real world.
Yeah, it's more about current affairs, really. There's a few songs that talk about things that happened last couple of years, really. And whereas, it's not to say in the future we may go back into that, that sort of, writing stuff about books and.
Hey, there's no rules, it's music. We can do what we like.
Yeah.
So it's fun to just go off on a tangent. That's the thrill of it. Yeah. There's no EMI or any company, Sony or anybody telling us what to do. We just do it and give them it. And it's up to them to put it out. There's no direction from an outside source. We just do what we feel is right.
We've got actually a broad base to work on. We can, we can go spread ourselves out over a lot of things. We're not kind of stifled, just channeled in one thing. So, that's the beauty, I think, of it all.
Now, if you're going to tour, are you going to tour with your extended families? The babies that have all come along in the last few years?
They'll probably come out for a couple of shows here and there. They won't actually travel, because it's touring is hard enough in itself.
But we're going to take a crate of beer anyhow.
Yeah, we'll take a crate of beer.
Yeah, crate of lager.
A crate? Okay. All right, let's check it out. Be Quick or Be Dead, the new one from Iron Maiden. And thank you very much, both of you, Dave and Yannick, for joining us today.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Appreciate it.